Who will survive?
It's not a free time for Wrestlemania. Pump it up, pump it up. It's not a free time for Wrestlemania. Just like that, just like that.
Take a look what you've got now. That hacksaw chin nugget. And when you get in the ring, I'll show you how to get beat up. The way Tatanka sees it, to climb to the top in the World Wrestling Federation, Tatanka will be successful.
Hey, ever since I was a little bitty boy, I wanted to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to be a law enforcement officer. Treat other people like you'd want to be treated. Try to walk the straight and narrow, because that's the only way you're going to survive in this life.
Who will survive?
WrestleMania. Yeah, this is our life. Pump it up, pump it up. WrestleMania.
Greetings, grapple fans, and welcome to week 4 of March. Thank God. It's nearly over. Our road to WrestleMania is coming to an end.
Thank fuck.
This is true, but first we've got to make a detour along the way. All the way back to 1993. It's our viewer's choice episode, of course. And you all listen to the Lost Art of Wrestling. Unfortunately, the delivery man couldn't be here today. He got plundered with deliveries. He got snowed in.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave him in the shed or throw him in the bin like some people do, allegedly.
The van broke down.
Yeah, the van broke down. He called for a code to go and to eat his parcels, and they said no, so he's taking shelter in his van. But that's not stopped us. So I am, of course, your host, Coxie, joined by...
It's me, it's THE, Paul the Hat Guy Flinders.
THE, you're there now.
Yes, I am the Hat Guy. Yes. You see, this pay-per-view has made my brain turn to mush. That's what has happened. I can't even remember my own name.
This is what happens when you give the power to the viewers.
Exactly.
And then let Bunkle pick it out of a hat.
Fuckers. Fuck the audience and fuck my hat.
So, of course, this was chosen by Will.
Fuck you, Will.
Who made a suggestion. It was a choice of 9 or 16. Of course, we threw them both into a hat, and Bunker pulled on 9. What we are talking about is, of course, the first ever outdoor WrestleMania held at Caesar's Palace in front of... Hold on, how many?
Is it like 16,000?
I got 2 different numbers, strangely.
Somebody's told me 16,000.
Well, it was either 15,045 or 16,891.
Yeah. But yeah, we've already started and we've got the pay-per-view on, and for no apparent reason, Cleopatra and Caesar are coming out on the back of an elephant.
This is WrestleMania 9.
Absolutely.
Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada. Site of WrestleMania 9. Here is your host, Gorilla Monsoon.
So yeah, we have Caesar and Cleopatra coming out on the back of an elephant. And that's the last you'll see of them tonight.
Not like in today's thing where it's like it come up with like Twitter feeds for them and stuff, Twitter handles.
Absolutely. I mean,
And
nowadays these would be in a mixed tag team match against, Snooki and somebody else.
If it was nowadays, they'd have like their own throne, like right in the middle of the hard cam. So they'd like easily lost like 20 or 40 seats there from actual ticket sales.
Absolutely.
Just for 2 people to sit there and occasionally glancing down at the phone while someone else is tweeting for them, going, "Yeah, really enjoying this match."
Absolutely.
Especially love that Bobby Roode guy.
Oh, yes. Speaking of wrestlers who we would love to see, the elephant that obviously did the handstand and all this lot, turned around and all that lot, has actually shown more talent than Tamina and Curtis Axel have ever shown in their whole career.
Wait, you're dissing Tamina Snuka?
I'm dissing the Snooker.
Shocking. I'm sure Bunkle's a bit of a Tamina Snuka fan.
Where do you think he is now?
watching Tamina Snuka.
Absolutely.
In his van.
He's got his own, his van. You know, using the Wi-Fi. You know, he's pinching the Wi-Fi from the sorting office, and he's watching his own little Tamina collection.
But it's fine though. He's going to chime in at some point with his own spiel on Wrestlemania IX. He was going to be here tonight by the means of Skype, but unfortunately, due to technical problems and the fact I'm a bit of a fuckwit when it comes to technology, he's not here.
Yeah.
So of course now we had the Macho King coming out, or pre-Macho King, Macho Man coming out being fed grapes and rose petals and shit.
By Vestal Virgins, and one of them isn't Darren.
So this pay-per-view is it? It's a bit like Menu 30. The first match doesn't kick off till 8 minutes in.
Bodes well. It does bode well.
The only other bit to notion about this is that Jim Ross's first Mania. I think his debut, I want to say. His pay-per-view debut, even.
Pay-per-view debut, yes.
And it's the only pay-per-view to feature Randy Savage doing commentary.
Ah.
I think he was doing commentary on Raw around this time.
He was. I know he was on Raw. Because I remember watching footage, obviously, on Monday Night Raw. You had the Ico Pro sort of things in the background, and obviously synonymous with his voice in the background.
Yeah.
You know, calling the shots. So, yes, I wasn't aware this was his only pay-per-view.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah, well, you know...
Watch me be horribly wrong here.
He got his fucking hands burnt commentating on this anyway, didn't he? Jesus Christ.
It's also the first... For what I want to say, I've not researched this properly. It's probably changed since, but it's the first of 2 WrestleManias to use black, yellow, and black ropes.
Black, yellow, and black.
Yeah.
Ah, see? Little details. These fucking microphones are terrible, though.
Little details like Jim Ross and a toga.
Jim Ross in a toga with the world's longest microphone, which isn't on a mic stand.
Imagine having to commentate this whole show just standing there with that mic in your hand.
Absolutely. It's a fucking workout in itself.
It looks like Jim Ross has got like a 6-inch dildo. a WrestleMania phallus.
Jesus Christ. If that's 6-inch, then wow. I must have only been about 3. But yeah, so we have Heenan coming out with all, coming out backwards on the back of a
It's like
camel.
Jumanji.
It is like Jumanji. It really is like Jumanji.
And Heenan's coming out backwards on a camel, again, in a bloody blue toga, because he's meant to be a Vestal Virgin.
Yes. And, yeah, it's not Darren, again. But yeah, Heenan just shouting shit. But yeah, our commentary team, on paper, is pretty fucking good. It's, you got JR.
You got JR, Macho Man, and Bobby Heenan, and Gorilla Monsoon hosting the show.
It's a bit...
You see all twice.
Yeah, Monsoon twice, you see, just before the main event and at the beginning of the show, I believe. But this commentary team is like wrestling cream dream territory. It really is.
It's the everywhere moment for Mania 9.
Yeah, this is the all-star moment of Wrestlemania 9. Don't get used to it, because there isn't many. There really isn't many. Don't get used to that feeling. It's... Yeah.
Well, with that, I'm going to jump... The fact that Bobby Heenan's got his fat arse in it, I'm going to jump to the first match.
Yeah, I like the way they say they make an effort here of actually exposing his arse, basically. Poor thing. Fincus Maximus.
Labelled today as Fincus Maximus. Also in a toga.
In a toga. Everyone's in a toga. The first person not in a toga is Shawn Michaels.
Coming out, defending the IC title, coming out first.
Yeah.
Accompanied by Luna.
I have nothing else to add. I mean, I know in the commentary, in this match, Heenan puts Luna over really, really big. I mean, Heenan just puts her across as someone obviously you would not want to cross. Obviously, you wouldn't want to cross Luna for Shawn, let's be honest. But he puts her in a way like she's almost, superhuman. In a way.
Yeah.
I suppose it's in a character, sort of Mad Max sort of thing, but it's one of them, innit? I like the way he puts her over anyway, as a credible threat and an actual, advantage to Shawn Michaels actually being there.
Well, it's There was some backstory going into this, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't much of it. What I noticed about this match, this show even, a lot of the matches have very little build to them.
Yeah, they're very thrown together.
I think it's essentially it might be the next match to stand a head shrinkers. There was no build to it. They just literally threw it on the pay-per-view.
So, you're here and you're here. You're the first four guys to turn up.
There was meant to be a Bigelow Kamala, which they cut for time constraints.
But they gave the head shrinkers time, and they gave Razor Ramon time, which we'll get on later. Yeah, but Sensational Sherry looks, looks all right.
And here's your interesting trivia. It's the first WWF pay-per-view appearance for Luna, but it's the final pay-per-view appearance for Sensational Sherry. Up until, I think, she came back for the whole Sexy Kurt make your ankle hurt. The Kurt Angle. I don't know if she was on pay-per-view then, probably not. But...
No, I won't have seen that. I will have to look at it. I'll have to try and look it up for just historical purposes.
It was on the episode of SmackDown. I think he comes Kurt Angle comes out in like the chaps and stuff.
Oh right.
And he starts singing how he's just a sexy Kurt, and she goes, "Sexy Kurt." He goes, "I'll make your ankle hurt." And she goes, "Ankle hurt." Puts him in the ankle lock.
I'll have to look that shit up. But yeah, Tatanka in the ring. Built like a brick shit house.
It's one of them. He's like sort of fat, muscular, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fat muscly rather than actual sort of like conditioned and what have you. You say he's undefeated at this point.
Still undefeated at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sort of gives you that belief of going into that he's going to probably win the match, but then, as they always do with someone's undefeated streak, there's always going to be some sort of fuck finish.
Oh, well, we'll get onto that later. But, oh, God. I quite enjoyed this match, in a way. I thought it's one of the few...
It follows on from Mania 33, where the best match was on first.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, one of... I mean, I don't think this is the best match of the night, but it's a great fucking match. It's a good start off for the show. I mean... It's in a way it's a fucking cock tease because it's like this match. You're hyped for WrestleMania. Look at this match. This is great, isn't it? And then it takes your feet from underneath you. It starts basically. It reaches into your pants, starts fondling your balls, and then she gets a coat on and goes out the room. That's what basically this match is.
Cock tease of the highest order.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, it gets you in the mood. It starts fondling, practically on ball here or there. Then she starts, just hang on a minute, puts a coat on, next thing you know, she's in the car going home. That's what this match is. Basically. Either that or she goes out and her ugly sister walks in.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, this match was great. I think it told a good story up throughout, working the shoulder.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time working the shoulder on this match because it was, as Bobby Heenan points out later on, they were in a 6-man tag together or something, and Shawn Michaels dislocated his shoulder, I think, not from Tatanka, but it's in the match with Tatanka. He dislocated his shoulder or something. And Tatanka sort of sticks with that shoulder, but then to sort of jump to later on in the match, Shawn Michaels doesn't really sell it much, and that sort of killed this match for me a bit. Yeah,
he sells it when he wants to sell it. When hang on a minute, there's a bit here, I've got to, got to waste a bit of time here, I'll sell the shoulder. But like all of his offence, obviously, well, it wasn't all... Shawn Michaels at this point, he wasn't power, obviously, so you can get away with it in a way. But obviously, when you put in Tatanka's obviously going for like submissions and things like that, it's targeting the shoulder, but he doesn't sell that he's in a lot of pain. Not really.
This is the problem I have with this match. It's one of them. It's like another one. It's like how people say like WrestleMania 3. Oh, that's beautiful. Then
that was an awesome arm drag off the top rope. I mean, Shawn dived at him and then just.
It's one of them. It's like WrestleMania 3. Like people say, like Steamboat Savage is a great match,
Fucking hell.
I love that fall then.
Yeah.
Chop to the chest. Fuck it, I'm just going to Ric Flair it.
Yeah. Ric Flair up over the top. Then we have a valet stare down with nothing happened.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's like Steamboat Savage was like, you can tell they had it down to a T choreographed.
Mm.
And it's all that similar thing of like, I can't where I'm going with this context now, but it was something to do with that anyway, and it being like the fact he's selling it when he wants to sell it.
Yeah, it's as and when he can be arsed.
He sells it midway through the match, and then towards the end of the match doesn't really sell it much because he's meant to be. It's not even a comeback; it's like a half-assed comeback, but like your shoulder would be knackered at this point.
This is it. You got Tatanka that's not letting him back in the ring. Refs. I don't know if the refs even bothered counting. But I think we're setting up for a top rope sunset flip, which is iffy as fuck.
Yeah, it's.
I go, ew, not nice. Pretty much the tank pretty much lands on fucking Shawn Michaels' knee.
It reminds me of the time someone, I think it was Matt Hardy or someone, like when he was Fat Hardy, tried to do like a sunset flip powerbomb on someone and pretty much just sort of fucked it. And the guy sort of like, it was like that Virgil Canadian Destroyer where you can tell the opponent did all the work and still shit on it.
Oh god, anything Virgil did though, Jesus Christ, fucking hellfire. I mean, we saw that match in Blackpool where he had fucking hell, where he had one move and fucked the finish. So yeah, we've got Tatanka with a nice DDT. But he's selling the shoulder now. I thought the pace of the show match is fairly slow overall. Yeah, obviously bursts of speed here or there, but I think that was more the style of the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's. I think it's sort of. I don't want to say peak Shawn, but it's Shawn at part of his best in terms of his ring ability.
Yeah.
Because I think this is around the time, like I think before Diesel and that came in.
Yeah, they weren't around. I mean, you had Razor Ramon. So, I don't know if the 1, 2, 3 kid was in at this point. I don't think he was he?
Well, yeah, he would have been because he was on the first episode of Raw.
Ah, yeah. Possibly then. So yeah, Shawn's now selling the left shoulder, which Heenan says he dislocated. But yeah, it's quite back and forth from this point on, isn't it? And
there's a lot of back and forth. I don't know if it's been covered yet or not. There's a nice crossbody power slam counter by Tonga for a 2 at one point.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Bobby Heenan just chimes in with kick him, kick him.
Yeah, that was it. Goes for a top rope crossbody 2 count. Yeah, but that's after a comeback by Tatanka, which I called him tatting up. Tatting up.
Is that recently his little rain dance?
Yes. He's tatting up. He does the crossbody, gets a near fall. I also thought that there was a really nice spot later on as well, where there was a drop kick counted into a catapult, which looks sick as fuck.
I might have been typing at that point. I can't remember it.
I think it was like a drop kick. It was sort of, I don't know. Obviously, it was something. It was like a modified drop kick,
right?
And it got counted into like a catapult into the turnbuckle. It was fucking lovely. But then you also have a spot later on where Shawn Michaels is on the top rope and Tatanka counters a dive into a power slam.
Yeah, that was the point. I really liked that bit.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of follows up later on with the kick him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a kick him. I remember that. Yeah, so but yeah, there's a lot of rest holds in this match. A lot of obviously selling of the arm.
It is. I want to say it is also the second longest match on the card for the opener.
Yeah, I think it is. I think the only one longer than that was a Hogan match, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So Yeah, they had this, and eventually I think the two valets do get physical, and Valet just kicks Luna just kicks a 7 shades of shit out of Sensational Sherry, I believe.
Yeah,
But I think it was post match.
Yeah, they do a whole thing post match where she slams her on the outside of the ring.
Mm.
But then as I found out, there's a bit on Coliseum home video, that version, where it shows her getting attacked backstage afterward as well.
Oh yeah, you don't see that.
It's not on the network version, and I've not watched my DVD version to see if it's on there or not.
Right.
I don't know if mine's that silver vision, so it could be on there if it's the old Coliseum Masters.
Possibly.
But I'm not sure.
Possibly. But yeah, well, shall we move on to the finish of the match?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Well, Shawn Michaels just randomly out of the fucking nowhere just grabs the ref and pulls him out the ring.
Well, this is actually improvised from what I've read. Essentially, he knew he was going to get back in the ring for the 10 count. Which was a mistake. So he improvised by tripping the ref and pulls him outside to warrant a DQ. But however, Finkus Maximus still announces that Tatanka is victorious via a countout.
Oops.
And as I noted, good match, shit finish.
Yeah,
Tatanka wins by a DQ.
Yeah,
not count out DQ.
Wins by fuck finish
in 1813.
Yeah, I put 3 out of 5. Good start, good match. If a bit slow, crap finish spoilt it a bit.
See, I was generous and gave it 3.5.
You see, it was all right. It was a bit sloppy in places, but overall it was well executed, and I think the valets got booked well.
Yeah.
Tatanka looked a beast.
It was one of them, though. They didn't have any valets having a bloody cat fight or scrapping or whatever at any point.
No.
Like,
well, this is it.
So...
They were non-physical, but were used perfectly until obviously afterwards. But Tatanka looked $1 million fucking dollars in this match. Absolutely looked $1 million.
Yeah. I know that.
So yeah, Tatanka looked awesome in it. Shawn Michaels looked like Shawn Michaels. Enough said, really. It was.
I hope he looks like Shawn Michaels.
Well,
unless he's like imposter Shawn Michaels.
Poundland Shawn Michaels.
Michael Shawns.
Yeah, Michael Shawns.
But just other side note, this was Tatanka's last WrestleMania until WrestleMania 32. He was in the Andre Battle Royal. Yeah,
and he still looked like he could fucking go.
He still competes pretty regularly from what I'm aware.
Yeah, he's on the indie scene, isn't he?
He was appearing over here a lot at one point, like for All Star and stuff. So,
yeah. But yeah, he's a good guy who looked fucking great.
So we'll jump to our next match, which is the Steiner Brothers versus the Head Shrinkers.
And they had an interview which basically said fucking nothing. Basically. We're having a match. We're going to win.
We're having a match. We'll make Julius Caesar proud. Okay, you do that.
Yeah. Even though we never see Julius Caesar again. Head Shrinkers are in the ring without an entrance, really.
Jobber entrance.
Jobber entrance, indeed. This is Rikishi, isn't it?
Yep.
Rikishi.
Making his WrestleMania debut as Fatu.
As Fatu, yeah. And Samu, who... What did he do?
Not much.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. No intro because he got fat. Yeah. He obviously got Scott Hall. A spoiler. Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner coming out.
In their Michigan varsity jackets.
Oh, yes. This is before Big Papa Pump and the dog. Was it the dog?
Dog-faced gremlin.
The dog-faced gremlin.
But he's still barking.
As you do.
No one knows why.
No.
It's like, Rick, you got this gimmick, okay. But then just sticks with the same gimmick.
Yeah, you just don't take your meds.
Other tidbit for this match, it's referee Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, I thought that.
Of ECW fame.
I thought it was Bill Alfonso.
No.
I just didn't recognise him without a fucking whistle.
What else? This is the only WrestleMania to feature either of the Steiner brothers.
Ah.
As they went back to the WCW in 1996. But of course, Scott Steiner came back in 2003, but he was injured for WrestleMania 19 and 20. That's a shitter, isn't it?
It
is.
Gee, I wonder if the card was any better or any worse for him not being there.
Not really.
Maybe he had 168% chance of not being on that card.
Fucking hell. Of course, the head shrinkers, day one-ish.
Yes, day one-ish. That's what they should do. The Usos, if the Usos gimmicks will just, if the gimmick just fails now, the next gimmick, just be head shrinkers too.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Why not? Fuck it, you might as well. Might actually get on WrestleMania that time. Nah, to be fair, they deserve it. They deserve to get on.
Yes, they deserve that undercard.
Yeah. No, they are. The Usos are main card material for Mania. Let's be honest.
Well, I've got a feeling it's going to be the cruiserweight match. Will be on the pre-show.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe the Andre Battle Royal,
where it should be. But yeah, I thought in this, obviously, the Fatu, Samu, I thought they were actually pretty good. For what they were, how they were booked, the whole style. It was just
for
a
how
typical.
For how they booked it was fine. It's sort of that typical Samoan booking though, of like, right,
if
you punch him or headbutt him, it has no effect,
and
they can just sort of throw you about and shit. And
it's like a Pokemon battle.
Yeah,
you headbutt them. It's not very effective.
So it had no effects. They do one move, one hit KO.
Yeah. Samu does like a sort of mini flip off a clothesline.
Samu?
Yeah.
It's one of them.
It's one of them, yes.
Oh no, it's Fatu.
Is that Fatu?
Fatu's in currently.
See, I was struggling during this match because obviously this is not, racist or anything, but I couldn't tell them apart at some points. But saying that seems to be sort of a Samoa thing. There tend to be a lot of twins that look the same.
Yeah, it's twin magic.
Yeah, twin magic. You can look, but you can't touch. But yeah, I was going by what was written on their trunks, basically.
Well, as I was sort of quick to note, it's like this is Scott Steiner when he could actually wrestle, and wasn't just belly to belly suplexes and the Steiner recliner.
Yeah, I thought you used the word wrestle very loosely.
No, he was pretty talented at this point.
Mm.
Like, he could actually have a decent match.
That fucking missile, whatever it was meant to be, though, was dog shit. Let's be honest, because he dived and then sort of stood up halfway through it.
Yeah.
So it just basically turned into a running clothesline. And you got the Samoan sort of smash your heads together to, But hey.
It's, also, Steiner's gear appears to be inspiration for American Alpha.
Yes. Yes. It is American Alpha 20 odd year ago.
It's American Alpha 1.0.
Yeah. 0.5. But yeah, we have Rick Steiner in the ring. It's just, I don't know. It's just hard move after hard move, isn't it? It's a very heavy hitting match.
For me, it's a standard like big man v big man tag match. They're just they're going through the motions, they're getting the shit in, and just there's not really much else.
No,
to
it's
say,
a very
mate.
Blair sort of match. It's not nothing really happens. You get a few big moves.
It's forgettable, and you can tell it was booked so like this was not even little. There was no build to it. It's literally just Steiner's head shrinkers. Why? Because it's Mania.
Yeah, fuck it. We need space to fill. Pretty much. On that note, we have a bit of a sort of like a hot tag sort of thing for Scott Steiner. As you can tell, I'm struggling for things to say about this match. But that was fucking brutal, though. There's a spot where Scott Steiner goes over the top rope, basically head first.
It looked like it was meant to be a like a throat drop or whatever, and then the other head shrinker just pulled the rope down, so he flew over it.
Yeah, it didn't look fun. It looked fucked up. It looked like he just fucking pretty much landed head first on the mat on the outside. In other words, fuck that noise.
Yep.
Then to add into injury, what's his name? Smashes him with whatever that fucking stick is.
Some sort of stick.
Yeah.
Stick, even.
But yeah, there was an, I could say, sort of like a Rick Steiner at one point was picking out a spot now. Really, because there's not much else to really talk about. There was a spot where Rick Steiner they were going to do the Doomsday Device to Rick Steiner.
Yeah, I noted this.
And Rick Steiner somehow counters it from his shoulder into like a slam.
I noted it as a power slam, but then like the commentators say it's a body slam. Because he sort of does try and catch him and drop him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is why I was unsure. I just put the word slam. To me, it was impressive.
Yeah.
Potentially fucking dangerous, but it was impressive and it went pretty well. I'm going to move on to the end of the match, I think, because I'm struggling to stuff to say about this match. It was that forgettable. It was bleh, like I say.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner gets in and hits a Frankensteiner.
Standing
Frankensteiner. For the 3 count, and I can't remember who it was too.
I think it was Fatu. I want to say Fatu because he sort of flips himself over because Steiner doesn't get all the way over, or he misses him or something, and then you can see him do
it wasn't
himself over.
It wasn't the most well executed sort of Frankensteiner ever done.
And then, so Steiner gets the win in 14:22.
Yeah, I wish I could get 14 minutes of that life back, if I'm brutally honest. It wasn't great. It served its purpose for a bit of a fucking space fill, if I'm brutally honest. But the thing is, this pay-per-view is not even 3 hours long. Do you need a space filler? No. Because this is my point. Why is this match on the card? So, I put 2 out of 5. I couldn't get into the match. I just could not get into it at all. Nothing... It was doing nothing for me. It was just like I say. This would not be out of place on a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
at all. It would not be out of place on Monday Night Raw.
But it'd be about 5 minutes shorter.
Yeah, it would be 5 minutes shorter. It was slow in parts, a couple of good spots, 2 intense tag teams, and I expected more when I saw who was in the ring. I did expect a little bit more. It's one of them. Yeah, 2 out of 5. I think that was pretty much its ballpark, really.
I don't know, because it's limited what you can do with, like, sort of these Samoan gimmicks and stuff. And it's like, again, going into it in no build. Like, what can you really do with it? Like, there's no belts on the line. I don't even know when this match was. It's probably announced like the bloody day before or something daft.
Wouldn't shock me. Fucking on the programme before it, maybe. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but like I say, 2 out of 5 served its purpose. It was a waste of space.
So, yeah. Moving on to our next match. We've got Crush versus Doink.
Doink versus Crush. Well, it goes from one to another, doesn't it, really? I'll be honest with you, there wasn't much of note again in this match, apart from the end.
Yeah.
It was basically Crush knocks fuck out of Doink for about 5 minutes. Not even that, maybe. Pretty much it, basically. You know, Crush knocks fuck out of Doink. Doink fights back a little bit. Crush gets back on top and knocks fuck out of Doink. Man walks past the hard cam with his thumbs up in the air. And that's it. That was the highlight of the match. The man going, hey!
It was, this was another, sort of could have been done on Raw or something at the time. Like, wouldn't have lost anything from it, wouldn't have gained anything from it.
Nah.
Like this pay-per-view.
That mullet's impressive, though. That fucking mullet is impressive.
This is also the first ever pay-per-view match for Doink the Clown.
Oh, yeah.
But as I've noted, Crush in 90s bright neon colours.
Yeah, I was thinking Lion King, but I think Lion King came out after this.
Yeah, 96, 97.
Yeah, fucking so Crush was fucking before his time.
Well, as I noted, Crush looks like a cross between an advert for a fruit drink and an American Gladiators reject. Right.
Umbongo.
Well, there was actually, there was actually a drink in America called Crush at the time. Right.
It was out. I think it was out in this country as well.
Possibly.
Rings a bell. Did it have jelly in it?
I'm not sure.
So I remember there was a drink and it came in a carton and had little tiny chunks of jelly in it.
Yeah, I think I remember having that one.
Yeah, it was fucking
I don't think
disgusting.
it was called Crush.
Oh, so there was something else that was fucking disgusting. When
Yeah,
Doink just gets Crush to chase him around the ring and gets caught and then just gets his fucking shit kicked in. Basically.
This match actually had a bit of build to it, though.
Oh, yeah. This actually had a bit of build and it was a...
They were feuding since January, so they've had 2 months to build or whatever. On an episode of Superstars. After Crush's match, he confronted Doink, who had thrown a ball at a child.
Fucking hell.
Crush grabbed Dink by the arm and warned him not to play any more put any more pranks on children. Which is always the way to go.
Yeah, tell a clown not to entertain a child. He's confusing him with it, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like when Doink had gone evil. He was like evil Doink.
Evil Doink. He was it the clown.
Yeah. So Doink was wearing a cast because apparently Crush had injured him on his arm or something. Like he came out to apologise to Crush, and then he was like a prosthetic arm and attacked Crush with it.
Yes, I enjoyed that little bit of promo because it had a little bit of build up in the intro. So this match was sort of like a interview sort of thing, and you saw the footage of Doink taking the prosthetic arm off and just knocking fuck out of Crush with it.
Yeah.
And I thought you'd never get away with that nowadays. I don't think you'd ever get away with that. But I thought I enjoyed it. I thought it was.
I think you'd get away with it.
Mm.
Just depending on how well it was done.
True. Crush, no selling.
And even the cameramen are in bloody togas.
Yeah, Karen, poor fuckers.
Oh dear.
You think you got a pay rise for that?
No.
Fucking right, they didn't.
So yeah, at this point, Crush was injured, so he couldn't take part in the 1993 Rumble. But Doink continues pranks by squirting Crush with a water pistol and recording video messages to Crush, which showed 2 Doinks on the screen.
So they're teasing something there. Gee, I wonder what it could be. I noticed the announcers were really trying to put Doink over in this as like a credible threat. Even though he is getting his fucking shit kicked in for 75% of this match. And as the heel, that's tends to be a good thing.
Well, yeah, he's against like a 6'7", 6'8" bloody hulking beast of a man with like a bear gut.
Yeah.
In bright neon colours.
Yeah. I am called Crush. I will crush you with my oversized belly.
I will crush you with my oversized mullet.
The combined weight. I can crush planets with my mullet.
Well, of course, Crush has the head crusher finisher, whatever it's called.
I've just realised he looks a bit like early 90s Pat Sharp.
Like he's going to appear on Funhouse.
I can say nowadays we've got Nikki Bella and Brie Bella. Back then they had Melly and Martina.
Fuck's sake.
Oh dear me.
Of course, if you're listening to America and have no idea what Funhouse is, just Google it.
And then thank us.
Yeah.
Because it was fucking amazing. I still want to do them go-karts.
Yeah, but looking at it now, that track's probably like tiny as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's tiny as fuck.
Right.
I still want to do it.
So,
But you got encouraged to drive slowly, which was weird. I don't, pick up the tokens.
yeah.
Oh,
don't
power
know.
driver. Back to the match anyway. Power driver by Doink, which was But yeah, I'm reading through my notes now.
Again, a very average match, even.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
The only plus I really gave this match was the fact it had a bit of build to it.
Yeah, it had a bit of a story to it. It did all right storytelling wise. I mean, no matter what, Doink was obviously supposed to be like this sort of like psychological sort of character in the WWE. He's supposed to be able to play mind games and things like that. And it told the story pretty well because you could beat the shit out of Doink as much as you want. He's always got a plan. He's always got one step ahead.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy that sort of factor with it because as it came in, it factored in with the finish. With, obviously, I'll read what I've put. It said Red Ring of Ref by Doink.
Yeah.
Takes out the ref. Goes under the ring. What was I put? Goes under, but stopped. Crush gets back on top, but then crushes, goes to crush Doink's head.
Yeah.
In his finisher. To which point, Doink 2 comes into the ring, nails Crush with the cast.
Yeah.
2-on-1 attack. Nice, and there was a nice mirror image spot where they copied each other's movements, like mocking.
Right.
To which point they do the 3 count.
Yeah.
I think this is the point. Oh, he goes for it first time. But yeah, I think this is pretty much the end of the match here because I think Doink takes out the ref now. Oh.
Yeah, there's something. Oh, here we go. Is it?
No. Continues. No. Goes for the crush. Doink gets up. Oh, goes for the maneuver now. Red ring of ref. Yeah, red ring of ref right there. Sprawled out across the ring like he's just been shot in the face. Doink goes under the ring. Stops him. Gets pulled out. Then I think he goes back into the ring to do his finisher. And then Doink 2 comes and fucking kills him with the cast. Nice mirror image spot. And get your 3 count. I've put for the match 2 out of 5.
So I gave it 2. Yeah, Doink gets the win in 8:28.
Seemed longer.
Well, as I noted, nothing to write home about, but at least this match has some build to it.
Yeah, and this is again nothing of note except the ending. I mean, like you say, here comes Doink 2 with the cast and kablam. Just beat the shit out of him with it.
From what I've researched, there was an original planned finish, which was Crush was going to put the head vice finisher on. Doink was then to activate a mechanism around his waist which would trigger tubes hidden inside a false compartment attached to his head. Multicoloured matter would explode 10 feet out in different directions from the top of Doink's head, blinding Crush and costing him the match. However,
the front row.
These plans were cancelled. Word of the stunt guy to Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter beforehand.
So now Doink 2 is hiding. And there you have your second fuck finish of the night. This is that, and that's that.
Yep. Straight on to our next match, because that match was nothing against.
But before we start,
yep.
This spot, there's a moment where there's an interview going around. Now, I recognise this interview as the cunt interview of the show. The cunt interviewer of the show.
Todd Passingill.
Whatever his name is a twat. Clearly blatant racist segment here. Where they ask the Japanese guy, says, "What are your parts?" He goes, WWE number 1. And that's all they can say.
Fucking hell.
I thought, ooh, cringe. WrestleMania number 1. It's like, oh no.
Oh, you also chant they go Caesar's Palace number 1 as well.
Oh yeah, Caesar's Palace number 1. It's like, oh. But yes, I got Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund's Mania debut after an 8-year hiatus.
Eesh. You poor fucker.
Out to no music in a random US jacket. US flag jacket, even.
Because he's going against a Cuban.
Going against Cuban in America. But then the fans seem to be more behind Razor than they are Bob Backlund.
Yeah, because Razor's going to kick his fucking head off.
Well, not even that. It's the fact, like, Bob Backlund, like the old American, he's been away for 8 years.
Yeah.
He was relevant in the 70s and 80s. Now it's 93.
How old is he with this now? About 43 or something?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we've got a young Scott Hall here. Oh, sorry. Keypad broken. But yeah, Razor goaded him. But yeah, this match does not last long.
Well, I've noted there seems to be, again, there's no build to this match either. I don't know why it's on the card.
No,
Like,
it's a waste of space when it could have given to something else. Like, you know, fucking Bam Bam Bigelow, maybe.
and Kamala.
Yeah.
2 actual characters.
Yeah. So there's fucking waste of space. But yeah, you got Razor just shoving Bob into the corners.
Well, this is like 95% bloody Razor, and then
Absolutely.
a few hip tosses and stuff from Bob Backlund, sort of showing you how out of touch he is with bloody wrestling at the time. Because I think he disappeared in that. This was, 93, so it would have been 84, 85, his
Something
last
like
match
that,
at this
yeah.
point.
It would have been a long while ago. But it was just before did he actually have this actual run? 'Cause I know he got to be World Heavyweight Champion, didn't he, for a little while?
Yeah, but that's when he lost in like 9 seconds to Diesel.
Yeah.
But I think that's because people actually started getting behind him, but it was like still, even here, he's in just like red trunks. No music, no character, no one cares.
Yeah, It was like, who the fuck are you? I mean, this time it was mostly aimed at kids, and kids were like, who the fuck's this guy? It's like, you know, he's not been around longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of them, isn't it? You have to be at least, like, you know, probably an actual grown-ass man at this point here to be like, you know, I actually remember his last match.
Yeah. There's probably a few people in the crowd that do remember his last match.
Well, there will
if
be.
they saw it, but of course that was like before actual pay-per-view.
Yeah, this is it.
Because WrestleMania 1 was closed circuit.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Bob Backlund with some like hip tosses, like you say.
That one where like pretty much lands on his head.
Yeah, that was half Razor's fault, let's be honest.
Well, he does like try and leap with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Razor, essentially, nothing else for it to say this match. Razor gets a quick whip with a small package in 345.
Yep, signed, sealed, and delivered. That's for you, Bunko. Man down.
Yeah. So I gave it 1 star. No build. Backlund has no character and no one cares.
Yeah. I put one and a half out of 5. What did you put it? Sorry, 1.
1.
I gave
No,
1 and a
it's been
half.
generous.
Yeah. 1.5. Hardly a match. Razor looked like a bitch in parts. And just wasn't very good. Very missable match. So in other words, just don't. If you're watching it, don't watch it. If you're watching this match, it's pointless.
Yep.
Basically. So yeah, it was one of them. And signed,
And
sealed, and
here's the
delivered.
finish.
Yeah, so we're going into the next match. We're looking for it on the network. Hulk Hogan has been removed.
There's no timestamp.
There's no timestamp for Hulk Hogan.
Which is really weird.
Who else is in the match? You've got IRS.
You've got IRS and Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, so what? Yeah, it's got to be Hogan then, hasn't it?
Must be.
So here you got Daddy Wyatt there. Was known as IRS.
Oh, here we go.
Hulk Hogan with a whopping great big fucking black eye.
And Brutus Beefcake looking like a gay cane. So as I noticed with this match...
Rest in my bed.
I'm going to tombstone you. Matt Osborne stated in an interview at one point, a radio interview, that Doink the Clown was supposed to feud with Hulk Hogan leading up to a match at WrestleMania IX, but Hogan turned down the idea.
Creative control.
This match was originally also supposed to be between the blow-off feud between Money Inc. and the Nasty Boys, but they were taken off the card and replaced by Hogan and Beefcake.
For reasons.
No one knows.
Exactly.
It's the final pay-per-view appearance of Brutus Beefcake.
And I don't think he was missed, was he, really?
Nope.
And the first little s'mores happens while Hulk Hogan's theme is still going on.
Okay, so, of course, Hogan, as you mentioned before, has a black eye. Now, according to his autobiography, the injury was from a jet ski accident a few days earlier. Apparently, he was able to convince doctors that his injury was a work so that they would let him perform.
Oh.
However, in a radio interview, Matt Osborne also disputed this, saying Hogan actually got the black eye when Randy Savage punched him in the face backstage.
Won't be shocked either way. Well, so Hogan's over as fuck, as per. Is this Hogan's last WrestleMania before he jumped?
Yeah, he won the belt here, and then he didn't appear again until Mania 18.
Oh, so was he stripped of the belt or something?
No, he lost it at SummerSlam. No, it was King of the Ring, I think. It's when he lost it. He lost it to Yoko at King of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
93, I want to say. But I'll jump on that later.
Aye.
So, of course, this feud stands back to 1990, which is a legit parasailing accident where Brutus Beefcake was forced to undergo reconstructive surgery. He was unable to wrestle until the 15th of February 1993 episode of Raw, so a 3-year absence from wrestling.
Fuck.
He faced DiBiase in his return match, after which DiBiase and IRS attacked him. And so that leads to Jimmy Hart at the time, who was managing Money Inc., sort of stepped in the way of them hitting him in the face with a briefcase and saying he'd had a change of heart, turning face in the process.
As you do.
Yeah. So, of course, shortly after that, Hogan returns to the F and joins with Beefcake and with Jimmy Hart forming the Mega Maniacs and challenging Money Inc. for the belts.
Yeah, I know where, really. But I was going to say, it's a rarity that Hogan at this era was not part of the main event. Oh, we'll get onto that later.
Well, this is the only Mania match, I believe, where Hogan has challenged for the tag belts.
Ah.
So...
But yes, it was a bit of a fucking clusterfuck, this match, wasn't it? It was all over the shop.
Yeah, just a bit.
It was
right.
It was hard to follow at times. I mean, they're obviously targeting Brutus because Brutus took a lot of the bumps in this match. I noticed. Hogan barely bumped to begin with.
It's one of those sort of standard things, though, of like, we'll work over one, the less popular guy, for the more popular guy.
Yeah.
So when the more popular guy comes in, he gets a bigger reaction.
True.
Again, going back to Hogan's eye, apparently he was explaining the storyline as Ted DiBiase hiring a group of men to attack Hogan before his match. So, but in reality, there's a theory that Randy Savage punched Hogan because he believed he was having an affair with Elizabeth at the time.
Oh, lovely.
So,
was that proven wrong?
I think it's one that was still open to debate, but it's the WWF at the time was saying like, yeah, it was a jet ski accident. So,
they've got to. I mean, it's PG here, and they can't be saying, "Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan got it because he was slipping his dick in Miss Elizabeth." You know, you can't really be saying that.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole thing about, was it Chris Candido and Shawn Michaels with Sonny?
Yeah. So this is also the final WrestleMania to feature Ted DiBiase, IRS, and Brutus as wrestlers. I think it was DiBiase went on to become a manager at this point. I think he continued wrestling possibly.
I think probably part time, but yeah, it was more of a manager, wasn't he, at this point?
Yeah. Bruce Pritchard said he pitched an idea for Hogan as well as have a program with Dustin Rhodes.
All right.
But Hogan turned the idea down as he wasn't a fan of it.
Oh, this was pre-Goldust, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So. But yeah, Hogan in the ring now, he's just basically just dominating.
Yeah.
As he usually does.
As I also noted, Brutus looks like a camp UK friendly, family friendly American wrestling show Kane.
Yes, he does. Brutus Beefcake as Kane. Minus the copyrighted gear.
Minus the copyrighted gear and the fact he's like, I couldn't do like black and red tights, so I had to go for red and yellow.
Oh dear. Hulk Kane.
Brutus Kane.
Brutus Kane.
And of course, Hogan had been out since WrestleMania 8 at this point, so it's like he'd been off for like a year. Or they came back after 11 months.
Yeah, doing
the whole, it was a steroid scandal.
Oh yes, I was going to say, was he doing the Undertaker schedule at this time? But he was proper roided up, wasn't he? So
well, he's part of the steroid scandal, so he sort of took a year off to get away from the news. And that, of course, factored into him not coming back till February '93 for the Mega Maniacs.
This is it. I mean, he's still big here, but you can tell he's not as fucking roided to fuck as he was in the past. You know, so Jesus, yeah, just Hulk is just standing in the middle of the ring and just everyone's just fucking flying at him.
As I noted, it's standard Hogan match, not much in terms of fancy moves. He gets his shit in, there's nothing else much to say.
Pretty much. It's more about the fucking posing and taunting, isn't it, Hogan, as per fucking usual. But this is like, say, we've had one really good Hulk Hogan match. And this is a bog standard Hulk Hogan match. Now we got this BS...
They go for the BS finish.
Well, it's not even the BS finish, it's a BS change of match halfway through, where Money Inc. start walking off. And then, fucking for some reason, Hulkus Maximus, what's his name? Finkus Maximus announces that if they get disqualified, they lose the belts as well.
Yeah.
Just out of fucking nowhere. But yeah. Because apparently the ref now can attach stipulations to the match. Bullshit. Even Heenan pulls it up, and he's the fucking heel commentator. You know, it's like, well, hang on a minute. He's pulling up how much bullshit this is for the heel side.
It's like though when there's a WCW pay-per-view. It's like Terry Funk and Dustin Rhodes, and he. Like Terry Funk keeps changing the match. He's like, no, it's going to be a last man standing. Now it's going to be an I Quit match. The ref is about this. It's like, you can't keep changing it.
I think that would be quite a cool little gimmick sort of thing. Maybe it's sort of a match where the gimmick changes every 5-10 minutes.
Well, they sort of did that with the Duchess of Queensberry Rules match, didn't they? Like Jericho has like Regal in the Walls of Jericho, and then she announces like, no submissions allowed or something. The match was won by cannot be won by submission. The match not be won by count out. The match not be won by pinfall. And it's like, for fuck's sake. How can you win it then? Just kill him.
Yeah, just knock the
match
fucker
cannot
out.
be won by death.
Yeah. You get a disqualification loss. But yeah, oh my fucking god. Hogan selling. See, Hogan selling gave me an allergic reaction.
Well, of course, we have to note DiBiase and IRS got back to the ring before the 10 counts. They wouldn't lose the belts.
A very quick 10 count, might I add.
Yeah. And now it's the usual of like work over Hogan, so BK gets a breather.
It pretty much with heel tactics like with choking with the tag rope, things like that.
Well, we get to a point later on where they remove the Cade mask.
Oh yeah, he stops beating the shit out of him.
They take the cane mask off, start kicking the fuck out of him. And you get a red ring of ref, and then of course Hogan recovers, cleans house with the face mask. But the ref is still red ringing.
Yeah.
Which sort of leads towards the end, where Jimmy Hart turned his jacket inside out. And oh look, he's got a ref jacket on. Mm-hmm. But it's black and white, whereas the current refs are wearing like the blue shirt and the bow tie.
Yeah. He's wearing zebra stripes, but... Yeah, apparently, like I say, Earl Hebner disqualifies Hulk Hogan and... No, they don't Hulk Hogan. Disqualifies Money Inc., doesn't he?
No, Danny Davis comes out.
Oh, Danny Davis.
And DQs Hogan for using the face mask as a weapon.
Oh yeah, DQs Hogan, for using the face mask as a weapon, yeah. So, another fuck finish. Hart throws the ref out the ring, basically, Jimmy Hart, for basically doing that. But yeah, in a way, he was right. It was the right referee decision. So, fuck you. Well,
of course, you get the standard Hogan send the fans home happy finish.
Yeah.
Where they open IRS's briefcase, find some tax return forms, and then find a pot of money.
Yeah. And a brick.
Yeah.
Random brick.
A random brick and a brick of money, which they then throw into the crowd.
Well, I've put, for the whole match itself, to be fair, this match grabbed me.
Yeah.
It got me to watch it, and I did watch it, and I sort of enjoyed it. Didn't say I was having the party of my life, it was the time of my life, you know. It was alright, it was a 3 out of 5 for me. Entertaining enough.
I didn't even rate it.
Did you not?
I forgot to.
Oh dear. But yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5. Entertaining enough match. Shame about the shitty ending, as the match hadn't told a decent story. It told an okay story.
Told an okay story, but for me, it's just standard Hogan.
Yeah, overall. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Either way, I enjoyed it. The only sub note I'll put is towards the end, obviously, of the the celebratory sort of thing where they won the match but didn't win the belt. Go figure. Or they actually lost the belt. They actually lost the match, didn't they? But they're still in the ring.
Yeah.
I've just put as a sub note. Hogan does not know when to fuck off, does he?
Nope.
So yeah, that was that. So, but yeah, 3 out of 5 for that match. It was okay. Certainly watchable.
I'm just gonna give it a 2.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Money Inc. win by DQ in 1827.
It did
Longest
seem,
match on the card.
and it seemed a lot longer than that as well for some reason. There tends to be a theme about these matches. They seem to last. They feel like they last longer. Doesn't tend to be a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, moving on to our next match.
Which, for me, was match of the night.
Shit the bed.
Match of the night. Which was the narcissist, Lex Luger, versus Mr. Perfect. Now, when I say this was match of the night, I am not saying it's a fantastic match. I'm saying it's the peanut in the shit.
Well, there's a quick some notes. It's Luger's first Mania, and there's a point. At some point, they're coming out. I think it's been cut off this version, the network version, where someone, I think it's Bobby Heenan's like, "Oh, those are awesome. Those are awesome." Then Randy Savage goes, "Yeah, those tits are awesome."
Yeah, that's
I
been
read
cut
that on
off.
IMDb as a quote, but apparently it seems to have been cut off the network feed for some reason.
But at the same time, you get R shot on a PJ shot. There you go. Multiple R shots.
Yep.
But there is a moment where they're actually saying the one on the right sort of like is, the perving on them, basically.
Yeah.
Heenan and, what's his name?
Savage.
Savage, that's the one. But Lex's entrance, R shot, was that PG?
Don't think so.
Don't think it was. And I also noted as well, did Lex Luger get his gear from the same place Tatanka got his?
What makes you say that?
Well, you'll see in a second. Because obviously he says he's going to take his robe off now. There you go. He's wearing sort of like a sort of loincloth sort of design. With tights.
He might have done.
Yes, I think he possibly got them from the same guy. But yes, we also have our first bit of entrance pyro for the night. Well, when I say pyro, I mean sparklers. Pretty much, because he gets his mirrors and he turns around and poses, and sparklers for no apparent reason. Outside as well.
With the wind blowing.
Yeah. The women bracing themselves behind the mirrors. It's like, ah!
It's more just for the guys on that side, like, but just like, they can't see anything, just smoke coming towards them.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't even perv. But yeah, Mr. Perfect comes out, and massive pop. Probably one of the pops of the night, if I'm honest.
yeah. Perfect's last mania as a wrestler.
Ah.
Until WrestleMania 18, where he performed in the pre-show.
Yeah, does not count.
Well, he did appear at WrestleMania 10, but he was a special guest referee for Luger Yokozuna.
Waves the girls off. I quite like Mr. Perfect's entrance theme as well, because it's simple, but it's iconic, isn't it? Yeah. It also reminds me of playing Royal Rumble on the SNES.
8-bit.
Yeah. 8-bit at 16, I'll have you know.
8-bit.
It's fucking ace.
8-bit tunes.
I just remember standing playing as. I used to be always made sure I was Shawn Michaels, and my brother was always Bret-Hart.
Mm.
And I always remember just standing in the middle of the ring and just literally just punching each other. That's all we did. And all you hear was That was literally all you heard.
Oh dear.
And there was a Royal Rumble mode on it as well. If you stood on the top rope, all you needed to do was be punched. And that were it. Done. All you heard was and that were it. Done.
Well, there's as I realised today, there's I think it's on WWF Attitude, the game. I think it used to be Jerry the King. You had Jerry the King and Shane McMahon doing commentary for something. No idea why.
Okay.
And I want to say it was this game. You could get the free count on it, and like Jerry the King would say, "Good night, Irene." I was like, is that not a Pulp Fiction reference?
Could
Like,
be.
Jerry the King just made a Pulp Fiction reference on the game.
Absolutely. Still shit.
It was decent at the time.
I meant Jerry the King.
Alright, yeah, I think on the game,
But yeah, we had a nice little bit of wrist lock reversals. Or hammerlock reversals, even. And I noticed a lot of shots by Mr. Perfect were stiff as fuck in this match. Really
that wouldn't
stiff.
surprise me.
Yeah,
As
really.
I noted, it's essentially it's power versus technique.
Yeah. The Narcissus is obviously the power, and Perfect is technique. But there's some of these shots you can hear them echo.
The irresistible force made a immovable object.
But the knee lift was fucking terrible, let's be honest. Well, But yeah, the pace of this match is ridiculous in parts. Perfect dropkick by Mr. Perfect, funny enough.
Yeah.
It's an awesome dropkick. You say Perfect's obviously playing the face, but he's also acting slightly heelish as well.
I think that's always worked for Mr. Perfect, though.
Yeah.
Kurt Hennig in general.
But yeah, I enjoyed his character work now. So Perfect starts targeting the knee. And he's...
Yeah, he goes to the knee, and as I noticed, there's a lot of Luger selling.
Yeah.
Oh! Ow!
Ow, my knee! Ow, that hurts! But then later, I will save this comment for later when they do it in the match. Because obviously, spoiler alert, we have the match on in the background.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yeah, Perfect begins working over the knee with some Luger selling thrown in for good measure.
Absolutely.
And Luger starts working over the previously injured back of Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, it works the knee now. Ow!
He does more in a bit when he starts getting strike. Like, there we
Ow! Ow! Ah! Here's a question for you then, Coxie. Would you rather him just shout "ow, ow, ooh, ow," or silence?
Well, it's good that he's actually reacting,
Yeah,
but it's just the way that he does it.
yeah, it is comical. I'll be honest with you, it is comical, but it is over the top. Ow! Ooh! He's still shouting.
He is. It's one of them though with Luger. Like, I don't think you ever really see his facials or anything. Like Mr. Perfect, you see a lot of his facial reactions, but you don't really hear him.
Yeah.
Like Luger, you get the opposite.
But I'm just taking a headphone off now so I can hear these chops because it was stiff. And I remember my actual comment was stiff chop by Perfect. Fuck. And then he does another one exactly the same. But they really are taking some liberties with each other in this match.
Oh yeah,
There's
some stiff shit going down.
Yeah. Really stiff. But they look like the two guys that obviously can take it. And the match is better for it.
I think Perfect is one of them. He was legit. He'd shoot on you.
Oh yeah.
I think if need be, or if he's just trying to humble you, like, because I think this is around. I don't think Luger had been in the business long at this point.
No.
I think he was always sort of one of those guys like, yeah, he had a football background or whatever. Because he came in for the World Bodybuilding Federation.
That's right,
which then flopped, and then he joined as a wrestler, but he was Narcissus. And then he became the Narcissus Lex Luger.
Then became Mr. America, sort of thing.
Yeah.
On the Lex Express. It was still garbage.
But he'll be your hero.
Yeah.
On the Lex Express.
Ah. No.
You just sound like I converted you with that notion then.
No.
But he'll be your hero.
I just vomited in my mouth a little bit.
He'll slam the Yokozuna. He'll save America from the American.
He'll make America great again.
Fucking hell.
Do you think that's what Donald Trump thinks he looks like?
Yes.
Yes, I think it is. 1993 Lex Luger is what Donald Trump... If Donald Trump was Kim Jong-il...
Again, to reference The Simpsons, it's like when Mr. Burns sees himself as like that godly figure and he gets like that wax body of like him, like a rippling six-pack and stuff.
Yes.
That would be Donald Trump.
Yep.
But like Lex Luger.
Yeah, Lex Luger is Donald Trump's wet dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
No, that injury wasn't real. That was fake. That was a fake injury. Oh, the potential fuck finish, but not. It's not fuck finish yet. Hey, nice power slam.
Nice power slam, yeah.
By Luger. Praise for Luger. I say this is a very even match as well. It's very, very 50-50 booked.
Yeah, it's oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it was perfect with a perfect sunset flip.
It's a bloody leap as well from the man.
Yeah. I'm not being funny, but if there's any fault in this match, it's not coming from Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect for me was obviously his MVP for this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I actually can't fault his performance one bit.
And for Donald Trump, I mean Luger.
Yeah, Donald Luger. He's all right, but he's limited in what he could do. And this is probably, if you wanted to showcase Lex Luger, this is the match you'd show. Brutally honest.
Yeah, it's 50-50, but like you were saying, I think Perfect carried Luger through this.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect made Luger look great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Luger helped. Perfect made this match.
Yeah.
I'd say it was Luger versus at times it was Luger versus a fucking tree trunk. Effectively. But yeah, we're getting towards the end of the match here.
We are.
So yeah, it goes to the top rope drop kick soon.
Strap down.
Oh, fucking serious now. He's doing his best early Big Show impression.
Dusty, I'm sorry.
WrestleMania, baby! Woo!
Fuck's sake.
Big Show, the man that just keeps on giving.
Bunker, you see what you're missing out on now, mate.
Yeah. Oh, just think he watched this and made notes for no reason.
Oh no, he's going to do a short bit on it. Like, I want Bunkle's full fingers, because I want to be like, it's fucking shit, I hate it. It's like just him opening a bottle of whiskey, just taking sips every now and then.
What you need to do, remember the sound effect that you had for the Christmas pod?
Sound effect?
Sound effect, maybe?
What sound effect do you mean?
Okay, then we'll take the recording of you opening an actual bottle that you had for the Christmas pod and just put it at the beginning of his episode.
Oh no, I want Bunker full on drinking a bottle of whiskey going. This show, man, is like, you weren't there.
Oh, here we go. Fuck finish 2 coming up, where Luger gets the backslide.
Gets a backslide. Perfect's feet were on the rope, so the ref didn't see it.
I mean, with his colour scheme of these tights, his singlet and the ropes, Mr. Perfect was fucking camouflaged. And then post-match forearm by Luger. But yeah.
The build-a-wall forearm.
The build-a-wall forearm, yeah. The wall, yeah, oh fuck. The build-a-wall forearm. So yeah, overall for this match, 3 out of 5, 0.5 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5.
See, I gave it 3. But, I gave it 3, but then label it as good, but not great.
I put a great match.
It was alright. It's one of the better ones on the show. Certainly compared to what follows this in a few moments.
Well, I've put great match. Would have been a 4-star, but for yet another sketchy finish.
Yeah.
Every match has been a sketchy apart from one so far.
Perfect comes around now and gets a small ovation from the crowd.
Yeah. It's a great storytelling, making both guys, especially Perfect, look like $1 million. But then obviously at the end of the match now is going Perfect come round, he's seething, he's going to go after Luger backstage. You know, to tell him his policies are wrong. And he shouldn't be having to get trade wars with China.
Yeah, so he legs it backstage and goes to attack Luger, but gets attacked by Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Who jumps in. Luger gets the win in 10:56.
And that match, I would say, was about its time. You know what I mean? It wasn't too long. It didn't feel that long. It didn't feel short.
Oh, look, we have a selection of cardboard boxes set up.
Michael's in street gear.
Michael's in jeans and cowboy boots
As
and
you
no
do.
shirt, just twatting the shit out of Perfect with a broom and some...
Perry Saturn, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. Don't pick up Great Carly.
Fucking hell.
Shawn Michaels just swung the Great Carly at Mr. Perfect. So, yeah, I think a toilet break may be required before we crack on with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be needed. Back in a jiffy. Oh, fuck.
And Paul's back from his long tinkles.
Yeah, it did take 2 weeks this time, just nearly 2 hours.
Well, that's what happens when you start chatting about one of the possible loyal listeners, if they listen at all.
Yes. It happens.
Which I'm guessing is open for debate at this point, because I'm not sure if they do listen or not.
But yes, we have a naked man coming to the ring. Oh, sorry. Looks like a naked man.
Ah, yes, this is Undertaker Giant Gonzalez. Quick to note, this match is the drizzling shit. So pour yourself a big bottle of whiskey.
Pour?
Just crack one open.
Pour?
Yeah, pour it.
Crack it open and put a fucking hose pipe in it. And then just drink straight from the bottle. Fuck pouring it. That wastes time.
Up the nose, not at all.
Okay.
So, of course, it's the debut pay-per-view match for Giant Gonzalez.
With an airbrushed arse.
It's also his only WrestleMania match.
Hopefully. Is it only his only match in WWE? Please make it so.
Nope.
Do you know what this match is?
He wasn't in the F for long though. At this point, I think he's only did a year or so. He was in WCW for beforehand from '89 to '93 and left early '93 to join the WWF. I think it lasted like a year or so.
Oh, because drizzly shit. But do you know what this match is? Do you know what this match really is? This match is that feeling you get. You know when you've had a really, really bad curry the night before?
Yeah.
And you have that really horrible stabbing pain in the top of your stomach. And the next thing you know, you're running to the toilet.
It's more that feeling of when you can sort of feel it moving through you.
Yes. Yeah, it's this match. This is that match.
So, of course, Taker out next on a chariot for some reason, accompanied by Vulture. No one knows why.
Yeah. I noticed there's a fan on the hard cam, and before it zooms in, he's got his hands up with his middle fingers up at Gonzalez. Either that, or he knows this match is going to fucking suck.
Probably the latter.
I also noticed that the bird tried to get away.
Yeah.
No, no, you bastard, you're suffering too. But yeah, so this match is infamous. It needs no introduction. It's
well, as I've noted, they've billed Gonzalez at 8 feet tall, but in reality he's only 7'7". So it's still an impressive feat because he towers over Taker,
Yeah, Taker actually looks small. Really small. In comparison.
Randy Savage there. Yeah, I believe he's 8 feet tall. Bobby Heenan. No, he's like 20 feet tall.
Now, what they're trying to say about Giant Gonzalez here, I mean, if you look at the placement of the hair, he's either got a really tiny penis or he has lots and lots of pubic hair.
That's of course one of the main criticisms of this entire show, though, is his airbrushed, bloody spray painted suit.
Yes, they've even airbrushed the hair on. It's not actual. It's not. They could have stuck some hair
Well,
on.
they did stick hair on at some point. I think further down the line, he comes out like looking hairier.
Yeah, this just looks a fucking shit.
But yeah, as I know, it's like nothing really noteworthy happens in this match. And even then, the only thing that does is have a whip and throw the chloroform rag in the ring because the bodysuit wearing Giant can't do shit.
Yeah, he can't do shit. He cannot do a thing. Gonzalez has 2 moves. He has 2 moves. He has a choke. Well, 3 moves, sorry. He has a choke, he has an overhand, and he has a throw. That's about it.
Yeah.
That is literally it. It's the moveset of a wrestler off a NES game. It really is.
Well, it is that sort of time of the century.
SNES, let's be right.
Yeah.
Let's get our gaming information correctly. We've had Blast Process at this point for 4 years.
Yeah, but you couldn't afford it.
No, that's right. Because cartridges were like 60 quid a pop.
When you have like a Wrestle Jam or whatever it's called at the time.
Yeah, Wrestle Jam. Fuck. I didn't even have a games console at this point. I wasn't. To be fair, I had don't actually. Can you tell we're avoiding talking about this match? I had my dad said, you're not having a games console, you can learn to read and write properly. So, I didn't have one until I was 10. Of my own.
Jesus.
So, I could read and write. I was in top sets for everything, but my dad's opinion was
I
like...
think you got lied to.
You got lied. I got lied to.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's just an excuse not to get me one.
Yeah, okay, so you can have one you can read and write. But when I say...
Yeah. When it's on my terms, bastard.
So, of course, Giant Gonzalez haven't even left his feet at this point. And referee Bill Alfonso... he's got a 4th move, a clothesline.
Oh, God, yeah.
Referee Bill Alfonso overseeing this contest.
I've put shit chin lock. He's got a shit chin lock. Because Paul Bearer does use the urn to revitalise the Undertaker quite a few times. Tried to make Gonzalez, actually look credible. I mean, this fucking chin lock's a shit.
Oh, dear. The more I look at his bugging bodysuit, the more I hate it.
The bodysuit actually looks like a late game zombie from Resident Evil 1. The ones that just plod around in the lab, it's like that.
It just seems to be getting worse and worse as I look at it more.
Yeah, it's
like.
Do you reckon this is how RVD's singlet airbrusher got into the business?
He's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, by airbrushing arses.
I'd more like to see the meeting in like Vinnie Mac's office, or of like, him like opening like a door and just being like pulling out this bloody 7 foot bloody suit, going, yeah, you're gonna wear this. What is it? It's a bodysuit.
Fucking no, I'm out. Yeah, this is the shit. This is the utter fucking shits. But yeah, Paul Bearer's there with the urn, trying to revitalise Undertaker with the shitty chin lock. Come on, Bill. Show us some. Bill Alfonso doing his best to actually look like something going on in the ring.
The fact this match is on as well before the main event.
I know. This is bad. I mean, this is the worst, obviously, Taker's looked in a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
easily. But this was before the streak meant anything, really. I mean, he'd been in the biz in the WWE for 3 years at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe less than that. Because he came in at the arse end of 1990, didn't he? So you're talking 2 and a bit years.
Yeah, he so it would have been WrestleMania 7. Was
his first one.
Yeah, I think it was him, Snooker at 7. Jake Roberts at 8. Gonzalez at 9. He missed 10.
Injury.
I believe so. And I think it was King Kong Bundy at 11. Something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, this was fucking terrible. Undertaker again. And take us. When Paul Bearer heard that, he was like, "Oh no!"
I'm not his son. His son can do the impression. He just looks like a bald version of him. Oh, look, he can do another move, a headbutt.
He's got a headbutt. A shitty headbutt. It's a headbutt all the same. Oh, overhand. Going back to that well. So yeah, we've got overhands to the head, throat thrust by the Taker, and I believe he gets him down to 1 knee. Oh, this is...
The thing this match though is afterward. I think it's Gonzalez is walking off and he's like sort of taunting to the crowd, like doing the whole like, "Yeah, look at me," and it's like, I don't think you really understand how you're supposed to be the bad guy, so why are you taunting?
And you fucking lost the match. Here we go. Harvey Whippleman's into the air. Paul Bearer gets headbutted and killed.
Headbutted and chloroformed.
And
Hey,
chloroformed
take it. This
to
man
Taker.
rat smell like chloroform to you.
But I thought he was a dead man, and dead men don't breathe. If he can smell that, how the fuck is Bill Alfonso not on his arse?
Yeah.
You know, what's it? Like Bobby Heenan saying, "What's that smell?"
Vinnie Mac in the headphones in the back just going, "Pull over that chloroform, you bitch." So yes, again, a 7'7" tall man can't beat a 6'10" man, so he has to use a rag of chloroform.
Yes. So yeah. I think Bill Alfonso gets red ring of reft. I've also commented, "Fuck Gonzalez, just go away." Just go. Just fuck off. Get the fuck off the TV, just go. But yeah, Taker knocked out, go Gonzalez. DQ. So therefore Taker technically wins. By losing.
The only match in the streak that he's lost by won by DQ even.
Yeah. You know it's a WWE when your medical service comes wearing a toga.
So I'm going to skip ahead at this point because nothing really happens about Taker getting carried to the back.
But yeah, I put 1 out of 5. Drizzling shits, fuck off, and fuck finish. Enough said. Nothing really there. So Taker comes back to the ring, attacks Gonzalez, series of clotheslines, and brings Gonzalez down. Gonzalez escorted out by security.
Oh yeah, she seen him take his 1 bump.
Yeah. But yeah, big clothesline. Gonzalez is spazzing out. Another Gonzalez spaz out. It's like he forgets to fall on the third one. Oh, that was the drizzling shits.
An awful fall as well.
Yeah.
It's like, if Giant Gonzalez has fallen in the ring and no one's around to hear it, does he make a sound?
Yeah. Boo!
But see, he's got Whipple tits, like, sort of pushing him to the back with police officers.
Yeah.
And then
He's not Roman Reigns, though. He's not going to beat him up.
No, but as you watch here, yeah, look at me. Thank you, everyone.
Smell my airbrush BO. His arms are real. It's not going to be. I'm the heel. Boo. Boo. Oh, dear me.
Oh, dear.
And that was Undertaker Gonzalez. And then we next have a Hogan promo saying he wants a title shot, which, seems utter bullshit.
No better person to ask about the belt than Hogan.
Yeah,
the four-time champion Hogan.
Yeah. But then we also have like a sort of intro by Cunt Reporter.
Pettingill.
Pettingill, yeah. Where, firstly, he mocks a kid for his ears.
Fucking hell.
And it's after this Hogan promo, so if you want to watch that, it's unbelievable. But I'll say Hogan there, he's on the promo, you look at his eye, you realise how fucking bad his eye actually is.
Yeah.
It's actually, the white of his eye is red. Red, that's like a really dark red.
Mm.
So whoever's done that to him, that's not a skiing accident. That's not a water skiing accident.
No.
Someone's kicked fuck out of him there. Now, obviously, the big rumour, like you said, going round was he was sticking it to Miss Elizabeth. Now, I would say, what would make a man hit a man so hard that they practically lose an eye? Sticking your dick in their girl.
So the only thing that came to mind was Longest Yard was like, I think he just shit himself.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, he's at this point here. He's obviously been messing where he shouldn't have been messing.
Yeah,
It's definitely someone's fucking lamped him good and proper. And it looks like with probably like a fucking metal bar or something. That's not a fist. That's a boot.
probably.
That's a boot or a metal bar or a stamp or. But don't forget, wrestling moves are meant to be real. It could have been a fucking Macho Man elbow drop.
Oh dear.
Here we go. Here he is. Firstly, he takes a piss out of a kid with his ears. Prince Charles' ears. And he pushes another kid out the way to get these two wankers.
This reminds me of the Mania 17. It's like, so where have you come from? We travelled here from Brisbane, Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Aussie. Fuck off.
Absolutely. This guy can suck 1,000 dicks. Basically. Fucking twat. Good at improv. Look, the kid's in the way. Have a couple of words with him. Make his moment. His WrestleMania. Fuck's sake, he's had the worst card in WrestleMania history.
Yeah.
Poor fucker. Let's just shove him out of the way in front of millions. No, let's just ask him, are you enjoying WrestleMania? Oh, good. Oh, I'll see you later. Boom. No, just shove the poor kid away. Fuck you. Prick.
It's like a bunker level rant there.
Yeah. What happens when you become a parent?
He's channeling your spirit for you.
Yeah. Swat. I'm sat in his seat, that's why. Bunkle and keeping your arse groove warm.
Until Mania.
Until Mania. So yes, we have Yokozuna coming out, weighing 550 fucking pounds. Apparently. Those women in the ring look scared.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, if he's coming out of a loaf of bread with you, I'd be scared. It'd be a fucking sandwich.
And there we go.
He's got his notes.
I've got my notes ready.
Yeah.
So, of course, going into this match, Bret Hart won the belt from Ric Flair. in October '92.
Right. Ric Flair's not part of the company
But-
now at this point, is he?
It was a match never broadcast on TV.
Okay.
He won it at a house show in Canada, but it was filmed. It was filmed. It was shown on like some Coliseum home video releases around the time.
Oh, okay.
But at this point, like Bret was like, "I'm going to be like the fighting champion."
Just fight every fucker.
Yeah, he had matches with Papa Shango, Shawn Michaels, and Razor Ramon, as well as like rematches with Ric Flair before his match with Yoko here.
I mean, Ric Flair was out of the company at this point, wasn't he? Or was
I
he
think
back?
it was around the time he possibly left, yeah, because he...
Went back to WCW, didn't he?
I think so. It might have been early. It might have been around this time, but maybe a bit later. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Either way, he went around, obviously. But, yes, we have Bret Hart against Yoko, which, if you know your wrestling history, you know the outcome of this. It's one of the biggest bullshit moments in WWE history. Someone pulling their creative fucking control card.
Yeah.
As a certain Vince Russo once said. In a very famous promo. You'll probably never see that piece of shit ever again.
With this match, though, as I found, it's like a standard big man, little man. Like Hart has a technique and speed, but then Yoko has the size, the power, and the speed, strangely, because he's massive, but he can move quick.
This is it. In bursts. And he doesn't blow up. I mean, obviously Heenan's saying it in sort of kayfabe sort of way. But Yokozuna, he did have the stamina, and he did, in a way, he had the stamina, the power, and all that. He could go for a good few. Obviously, you're not going to get an hour Iron Man match out of him, but you'd expect someone of that side literally to throw a punch, throw a kick, and that'd be a lot. No, the guy could fucking work, and work good, which is why he was in the position he was, and he was a unique in the wrestling world. You've not had anyone like him since. Closest you had was Vader.
Yeah.
I mean, Vader wasn't even that big. He was big, but he weren't Yokozuna big.
450 at the heaviest. I think.
Exactly. So this is basically another Alexa Bliss on top. Essentially. You know.
But it was Bret Hart has claimed before in the past that this was the best match Yokozuna ever had.
Well, he would. Everything else is 4 out of fucking 10.
And of course, that shot then under between Yoko's legs.
Yummy.
Randy Savage, quick to note, look at that view.
But that drop kick was awesome, and the way Yokozuna sold it was pretty decent. I mean, obviously, you're not going to knock a man of that height, that size, with a drop kick like that, but the way he made it believable.
Yeah.
Even the hair works. I mean, obviously, the way it's pulled up, every time he so much as punch, you can see he whips his head back. It looks a hell of a lot more impactful than it actually is, or would be. And you just got Yokozuna just ploughing shit out of him. Not in the Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss way.
Well, Bret also has stated before that he was disappointed with Yoko for getting tired and decided to finish the match early. Because he apparently had like another 5 minutes of back and forth or whatever planned.
Yeah, but look, let's be honest. Look at this. Look at Yokozuna and the type of wrestler he is. He's not a fucking. He's not a collegiate athlete. He's not going to give you a 25-minute, half an hour clinic. He's going to take Mike Awesome, awesome Splash. You're not going to get a 25-minute clinic. You're not going to get balls ring to ring, fucking swantons and things like that off him. You're going to get a certain style of Yokozuna. He's going to take a few of your moves. You're going to take a few of his, and he's going to beat you.
Yeah.
Or you're going to beat him. you're not going to get, like you say, you're not going to get submissions. You're not going to get mat wrestling. You'll only really wrestle one type of match against Yokozuna. That's, because you're fighting from down looking up, really, aren't you, in a way?
Yeah.
Maybe not in height,
Well,
but obviously in weight.
It's one of them, you can't really slam him.
No.
Like,
Even Hogan.
there's not much you can do in terms of... Like, he ain't leaving his feet.
No, exactly. Unless he's doing his own move. Like the bonsai drop.
Mm.
But the guy could move. Look, here we go. Spring into a bleeding leg drop. Guy can go. Well, could go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so obviously, you're going back into the history of WWE. The guy had an obsession, from what I understand, of getting heavier. They're still trying to work. From what I understand, I mean, there was some sort of documentary that I saw. I don't know if it was on the network.
I don't recall. I know he was like, at one point he was like 580. I think he'd been as big as like 620 possibly at points, but...
At the same time, though, you don't know if that's legit, because that could be the build weight.
Yeah.
So... But yeah, apparently he did have sort of an obsession of trying to get as big as possible, as heavy as possible, still being able to work, and that was one of the major reasons why he got let go. From what I can't remember what documentary it's from, so I can't credit it. But it was definitely something that I watched, and
well, it was that thing as well at the same time though, of like them phasing out the larger than life characters.
there's that as well. I mean, Yokozuna is definitely a character, you got people at this period, obviously you've seen it yourself, you've had Crush, you've had the Narcissist, you've had Mr. Perfect in a way, he was one of these characters.
Yeah, you've had Doink, you've had the Head Shrinkers. Mm-hmm. Whereas now you get Jimmy and Jey Uso, you got Roman Reigns.
Yeah. They're all just names now, aren't they, literally? You don't get, like, the last one we really had that was really a name. Not a name, it was more of a sort of, like, character, in a way. Apart from the masked wrestlers, you're talking someone like Ryback.
Yeah.
As an actual character. Oh, he nearly said The Miz, but that's not far off. But The Miz is just a nickname, really. That's a shortening of his real name.
Yeah.
So,
but if you look at it like here though, where you had like the likes of Kamala, Bigelow, Papa Shango, Yokozuna, Mantor,
to name a few. Yeah, these are legitimate characters that have got nothing to do with what's in real life. These are characters that have been written for them, and they're doing a performance, not an extension of their actual, or an exaggeration of their actual character in real life. It's a character that they're playing all of their own.
Yeah.
Case in point, Yokozuna. I mean, he's not from fucking Japan for a start. He's fucking from Hawaii in real life. Sorry, spoiler. So it's just one of them. You don't see that anymore. The only thing you see different now is fucking, what is it, the one at Jinder Mahal who plays an Indian when he's actually fucking Canadian.
Yeah. But there is a point in this match where the crowd actually starts chanting USA.
So, yes, they all start, for some reason, chanting USA, even though one of them's from Canada and one of them's billed from Japan. Bobby Heenan even picks up on it at one point, saying the Canadian and Japanese guy in the ring, and they're shouting USA.
Oh, dear.
He does call them morons, I believe. But he's right. He's fucking right. Use your brain. There's a guy stood there with a Japanese flag on the outside. Go figure. But yeah, we've not even really talked about what's been going on in this match. We've just been getting onto it. Bret-Hart at this point in the match has just done a top rope bulldog.
The problem with this match is there's nothing really to report. It is big man, little man.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing really. There's nothing much you can really add. I mean, obviously you've got a wrestler the caliber of Bret Hart,
it's just not the standard, like ECW where you've got Spike Dudley just been murdered by Bam Bam Bigelow. Like Bret Hart's actually getting some offense in.
This is it. But let's be honest, though, Bret Hart's not Spike Dudley.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a nice little bit of selling by Yoko for the clothesline, standing on one foot, teasing the topple over. But then you got Yokozuna coming out. Was it a spine buster? We take broken the turnbuckle. I'm just trying to figure out my notes where we are. Oh yeah, clothesline. It knocks Yokozuna into unprotected turnbuckle into the sharpshooter, which looks awkward as fuck, might I add.
It's like when John Cena did the bloody STF to the Big Show with his foot under the rope.
Oh god, yeah. It almost looks impressive, the fact that Yokozuna doesn't look like Yokozuna doesn't even look like he fucking moves. Then you get Mr. Fuji with the salt. And then 3 count, Yoko's new champ. And that's it. It is done.
Or is it?
Again, another fuck finish.
Yep. Yoko gets the 3 with a fuck finish in 8:55.
Yeah. And it was about right, I'd say. The match was okay. Oh, Hulk Hogan straight into the ring. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5 I gave it. It was what it was, decent for what it could be done.
Hogan out calling bullshit.
Yeah. So he wants a match. So Mr. Fuji on the mic now. Challenges Hogan to a match right now for the strap.
Hogan in his red and yellow cowboy boots.
Yeah. Got changed. Hogan helping Hart. Hart tells him to go for it. Hogan in the ring.
Fuji with the mania phallus.
Yeah. The WrestleMania dong.
Dong?
The dong.
Where is my automobile?
The 9-inch dildo. Come on, you yellow belly. Hogan's main colour is yellow.
Well, the purpose of this, Hogan's wearing red leggings.
Yeah. Yeah, he's changed it from his gear to...
Like he's also going to film an episode of Baywatch.
Yeah. Which is funny because that's where they end up going in a year or so, isn't it?
Yeah.
In WCW, where he has a match with Vader, I believe, isn't it? In a cage on the beach.
Isn't that savage?
I'm not sure, but I know Vader's in the match. No, Vader's in the episode. Could be Savage.
Oh, in the episode, I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
there was the actual pay-per-view they have on the beach.
Yeah.
See, the bell's not wrong at this point or anything. Like, apparently the match has just started, but does that in front of the ref.
Because of
Fuji
reason.
gets clocked.
It's because of
Axe bomber,
creative control.
leg drop.
Dead.
So, Fuji challenges Hogan on behalf of Yoko for right now. Load of bollocks, shouldn't have happened.
Creative control.
Fuji throws salt in front of the ref. Gets the lariat and the leg drop for the win in 22 seconds to send the fans home happy at around 6 p.m. This pay-per-view started at 3:45 in the afternoon.
There you go. And they say they can't put a WrestleMania on in the UK. This pay-per-view says otherwise. Oh, we can't do it because of timing. WrestleMania 9. Fuck you. What about the equipment? You streamed the pay-per-view from the Empress Ballroom in Blackpool and it didn't get stolen. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It can be done. Fuck you.
The fact they can broadcast bloody live shows and that, and they broadcast that Insurrection out live.
Yeah. They can do it anywhere. I mean, one of the arguments I had with somebody was saying, oh, they can't get the equipment there. What are you comparing equipment from, 1999 to now?
Yeah.
All you need is a fucking laptop and a couple of cameras. That's all you need, and an internet connection.
Yep.
That is all you need. You tell me you can fit that in the back of somebody's boot. A transit van. A transit van is all you need for transport to do a wrestling pay-per-view nowadays. Sorry, 2. 1 to get the ring in.
Yeah.
So, it's bullshit. Anyone says, they can't get the equipment. Wrong. You're fucking
They can, they
wrong.
just won't do it because of time differences.
The equipment's already here.
Yeah.
The equipment's already here. But like I say, the time difference you can't even say because they did WrestleMania 9 in fucking lunchtime. Well, it may as well be compared to what it is nowadays. I mean, even for us, we could go if they did that now, we could go to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
It'd be ideal.
Well, it's starting at midnight.
Yeah, exactly. God fucking help us in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks' time, isn't it?
I'm just going to thing you up on that monster and shit.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks. 2 weeks today of recording. We'll be doing this shit.
Yay.
But yeah, overall.
So, yeah. Anyway, thank fuck that's over.
Yeah, overall thoughts. I'm going to say 2 out of 5 for that whole pay-per-view. The Mania,
I'll go with that.
I'll say this Mania is rightfully considered the worst Mania of all time. Almost every match had a fuck finish. I think there was one that didn't. That was the Steiner match.
It's had criticism for numerous things, including poor booking.
Correct.
The fact that 90% of the staff were wearing togas.
Mm-hmm.
Giant Gonzalez bodysuit.
Oof.
And, of course, the finish of Hogan winning the belt.
Yeah, because of creative control.
But to touch on that, as I've got my notes here. So the speculation that Hogan blackmailed Vince to change the outcome of the main event, to have him capture the belt, McMahon agreed, but only if Hogan had dropped the title at SummerSlam back to Bret-Hart.
Okay.
Though, apparently, of course, this didn't happen, as he dropped the belt to Yokozuna, believing Hart not to be in his league, and then he left WCW the following year in '94.
Wow.
In compensation, Hart was booked to win the King of the Ring tournament.
Fair play.
So, of course, that's all just purely speculation.
So we don't know this for certain.
Overall, I'm giving it a 1.5, and that's been fucking generous.
Yes. Like I say, for me, I'll say 2 out of 5 again. This Mania was rightfully considered the worst Mania of all time. Almost every match had a fuck finish. Bullshit endings for the show. Not all bad, though, as a couple of the hidden gems are on this show. Namely, Mr. Perfect Narcissist and Shawn Michaels and Tatanka. For me.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go with that, but it's the rest of it.
Well, as I said, even so, they cannot save this show. I cannot recommend this in good faith. This show in good faith. Avoid.
I wish I'd got wankered before this.
I know. As I said, avoid unless you either must watch every single WrestleMania, or you have some strange fetish for watching really bad wrestling.
To be fair, that was the only reason I watched Mania 9 in the first place. Like,
Morbid curiosity.
Well, no, I started watching them all when I bought the box set up to WrestleMania 18 or 17, something like that. And so I started going through and watching them one by one. I got up to WrestleMania 8 and then sort of fell out of love with wrestling because I was like, God, some of these drag on are so boring.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there's WrestleMania 9. That's sort of right, I'm going to pick up on WrestleMania 9 now. I'll watch WrestleMania 9. And I've never made it through a 10.
So I may, when I get home, I may cleanse my soul with 10. But at the same time, at the time of recording, I have realised that the clocks go forward tonight. So
yes, they do.
So one less hour of sleep. Therefore, I shall not be doing that. So I'll be going to bed. Methinks. But yeah, in good faith, I cannot recommend WrestleMania 9. It is a load of shit. Like I say, rightfully considered the worst WrestleMania of all time.
This is true, and I think it's on par with WrestleMania 11 being one of the worst as well.
Not.
If not,
I've not heard anything about WrestleMania 11.
I want to say it's 11. 11 or 12 gets quite slated as well, but I can't remember why. But 11's for me stands out to me. Has been awful as well. Because like 12 is when you had like the Warrior come back and he destroys Triple H in like a minute and a half.
Fucking hell. So what we'll have to do for next year then, maybe just for shits and giggles, pick the top 3 worst WrestleManias, not including WrestleMania 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to finish it off,
that's like going to be like what 4, 5, and 11 or something.
More than likely. More than likely.
Or fucking 33, bloody 11, and something else.
Yeah, something not great.
So, yeah. Join us next week as we descend on the Foxhall in Blackpool for the first podcast of 2018.
Absolutely, and the first
where it's not only a rad, but we're going to do we're doing a rad, but we're doing the predictions separate, aren't we?
Yeah, what I was thinking, this is my plan for the pubcast, because I don't know why I so much have captained the ship on the pubcasts. Apart from the first one Alan did. No, the second one Alan did, actually. So it was the second one. Anyway, what I'm thinking of doing, obviously, we're going to try and make it as close to a 2-hour show as possible. It's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded and then uploaded. First half is going to be your bog standard RAD sort of show, where we just talk random shite and see where it goes. Second half is going to be, because normally the pubcast is sort of like a co-production of RAD and Lost Art of Podcasting. This time, though, because we've been WrestleMania, it's Lost Art of Wrestling. So the second half is going to be pure Lost Art of Wrestling with friends.
Yes, THG and his band of hataholics will join us to run down the WrestleMania card
Absolutely.
and give their predictions.
Absolutely, so it's going to be an absolute blast. I'm actually really looking forward to it.
So,
Really looking forward. It'll be like this. It'll only be our second show of the year. Potentially, we could have an extra one. Now, I'm just waiting on audio from certain members of the RAD team, but I'm going to get some sort of snippet out there next week.
The Hatamaniacs.
Yes, the Hatamaniacs. Even if it's just a, it's either going to be one of the Hatamaniacs, I suppose, or it could potentially be a solo Tip the Hat podcast. So we'll have to see.
We shall see.
We shall see. But it depends whether I can fit some time in next week, which I should be able to. So get some talking in.
There's always time.
I'll get something in. We'll sort something out next week. I'll have some spare time.
So, of course, for now, that has been WrestleMania 9, and our journey on the road to WrestleMania is coming to an end, unfortunately. We hope you've enjoyed it, and as for WrestleMania 30, after Mania 34 even, maybe we'll take a look at some others.
We shall see.
Or something else entirely.
So how about...
Dun.
What about this for an idea then, Coxie? I've not mentioned this before, but how about we let the listeners choose our next pay-per-view that we look at?
That's what happened with this one. Well, we've got other Mania suggestions, but I want to break from Mania after we do 34.
How about a WCW?
Oh, fuck. We'll see. I've got a couple of ideas already down in mind. I'm not revealing anything yet till after Mania 34, though.
Fair enough.
Because we want to keep you wanting to come back.
Yes, listeners, scrub that whole conversation from your minds.
So yeah, to wrap up, I've been Coxie.
I've been Paul THG, Paul the Hat Guy Flinders.
Bunkle's not been here.
Part-timer.
And you've been listening to us talk about WrestleMania 9.
Yes, you have.
Thanks very much.
Bye!
The Shack Master!
Greetings, grapple fans. It's your old favourite Billy the Boy Bunkle here. Time for another edition of the Lost Art of Kayfabe podcast. I'm, of course, joined by no one, since I missed the original recording of the show for Wrestlemania IX. Just a quick one where I'm going to give my thoughts on the show, a quick rundown of the matches, and then, I'll get out of here. So, first off, what did I think of the venue, etc.? Well, thought it was a little bit small, if I'm honest. 16,000 people, but I'm sure the WWE got subsidised massively by the casino, so can't really argue with that. Commentators for the night, Macho Man and Bobby the Brain have a really, really good chemistry, actually. I didn't catch a lot of what was going on between them, because I was focusing so much on the matches, but the bits that I did catch, they were quite good together. They did a good job with the psychology of the matches. I think JR seemed a little bit lost, but it being his first WrestleMania, I'm kind of happy to let him off with, his performance. He did seem almost a little deer in the headlights a lot of the time and was getting talked over. But no, so on to the matches. First match of the show, IC title match, as seems to be the norm. Shawn Michaels and Tatanka, who I definitely didn't expect in this situation, really. To be honest, my memories of him is, lower card, never really on a pay-per-view. But Shawn Michaels, great competitor, great in ring. It must have been the early days of his run. And the match itself wasn't particularly great. It was quite long, and it felt long. Tatanka for me is not up to scratch. It's chops and more chops and leaping chops and not a right lot else. Shawn Michaels was Shawn Michaels. He is exactly the same as I remember him being in the 2000s. Really, he's just obviously in a bit better shape. Didn't understand the whole concept of having the two women on the outside in either man's corner. Seemed a bit daft to me, to be honest. There was a lot of Sherry chants, but there were no chants for the two wrestlers, which, well, if I was you, I'd be a bit worried. Luna Vachon and Shawn Michaels don't really fit together. To be fair, nor do Tatanka and Sensational Sherry. But there was no promo leading into the match to tell me why they were in the corners. In terms of the finish, the finish was a clusterfuck. Basically, no idea why it ended in a DQ, or was it a count out? I'm not too sure. 1 minute it looked like it should have been a DQ, which I could have understood, but then apparently no, they were counted out. Even though he hit his finisher and was about to pin him, but then he just went, oh no, it's a count out. He was like, yeah, kind of fucked up. But anyway, moving on quite quickly. Steiners do a promo. Yeah, they're American and they're from Michigan College. That's basically it. So then the match. The Head Shrinkers versus the Steiners. The Head Shrinkers of Fatu and Shamu, I believe. And the Steiner brothers, who are the same Steiner brothers that we know now, except with hair. And I kind of term this match a gimmick versus no gimmick. Thoughts on the match itself? It was crap, really. It was really, really crap. Rick Steiner's an idiot. The whole match, it's billed as the head shrinkers basically have incredibly hard heads. So Rick Steiner comes in off a hot tag and thinks, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll bash their heads together, even though that's part of their gimmick. So he whacks their heads together, and then they just look at each other, look at him, and headbutt him. And it's like, did he not see any of the rest of the match? where they kept whacking their heads together every time they made a tag and stuff like that. Just like stupid booking, rubbish. The finish, the finish was a botch. Scott Steiner goes for the Frank Steiner, or Hurricanrana, basically. And he fluffs it, really. He doesn't get him properly. And that was a really hard match to watch. Definitely don't go back and watch that match. That's rough. That's a rough match. Next, a Doink promo. Evil Doink at this year's WrestleMania. I was actually quite impressed with Evil Doink. And we got a bit of a promo giving us the build-up to this match against Crush, a man who I have no idea who he is or what he ever did in this business. Never seen him before, never heard of him. I don't understand what his gimmick is. I'm assuming it's based on the fact that his finisher appears to be the head crush, where you put your hands on either side of a man's head and push. Yeah. Bit shit, if I'm honest. So, this is an incredibly short match. Crush gets all of the offense. No sells Doink. Then, all of a sudden, Doink gets a little bit of offense. Ref gets knocked down. And there's another Doink. And they copy each other like mimes, which is pretty cool. But he's got a loaded arm, so he's got like a fake arm, and they say it's loaded, I assume with weights. And they clock Crush in the head, and it's a free count. I was like, yay! Because Evil Doink actually has some character and seems to be quite good. Even though, he got boos, he seemed to get a crowd reaction. It was incredibly short, like I said. But yeah, quite interested by the Doink character. I thought that was quite cool. Rather than, it's good to see an actual over heel at this point, as nobody else really was over so far. Crush, he was over as a face as well. He was very. The crowd seemed very into him, though I can't really say why. He didn't seem to have a gimmick to me. He's just a big dude. The crowd was pissed at the end of this match. I loved it. I think Doink's a great character. And then some refs come out and they can't find the other Doink. Bobby Heenan keeps trying to tell us it's an illusion, but nobody else believes him. Moving on. Next match. Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund. Fucking hell. I mean, Jesus Christ. My notes are literally 2 lines. Bob Backlund has no music and looks a fool. Razor Ramon, who's the bad guy, don't forget, gets chance. I was quite stunned how bad Bob Backlund was in the ring. And then there's a small package and a win, which made this match incredibly awesome because signed, sealed, delivered, small package victory. Fuck you, bitches. Razor Ramon wins. Moving on. There's not much else I can say. Money Inc. promo, and they claim to have basically put a hit out on Hulk Hogan. And then we get the match. Money Inc., the champion's out first, as I think happens in every match of this pay-per-view, except for the main event, versus Brutus Barber Beefcake and Hogan. And Hogan comes out with like a really nasty-looking black eye, like his eyes all bloodshot and stuff. So I'm guessing he actually, it's a kayfabe that there was a hit put on him, but I'm guessing he actually, dropped a weight on him or on his eye or, walked into a door or something. But it looks pretty gross. This match, fucking hell. I realise I haven't done stars for matches so far, but I actually gave this one a star rating of a 1.5. When the heels were in control, it was great. The faces were in control. They did heelish things, which made them not faces. Really didn't like it. Ted DiBiase was good. Brutus Beefcake is terrible. How he ever got into this business, how he ever got made a career in this business. I don't know. It must be just because he's Hogan's friend. He is awful. Just awful. This match ends in a DQ. But I'm not entirely sure why. The ref gets knocked out. There's a double tag. Hogan comes in, uses the face mask to cheat. So Brutus Beefcake has a face mask on, which is made of titanium, apparently. And Hogan uses it to knock out the heels, which makes him a heel. But the crowd cheer for it anyway. Jimmy Hart puts on a ref's jacket and counts to 3. But why? Nobody knows, because he's not actually a ref, and his choice doesn't count. And then the ref wakes up and DQs the faces. I assume for their knocking him down, but I don't know. Hogan does the pose down at the end anyway when they run the heels off. And they attack the ref, like faces do attack refs. And then they find the briefcase that Shyster had, Erwin Shyster, the part of Money Inc. They find his briefcase and it's got money in it, so they steal it because that's a face thing to do. Yeah. Why is Hogan a face again? Why is Hogan over? Nobody knows. Next match. Lex Luger versus Mr. Perfect. Luger's entrance is amazing. Oh my god. And he comes out down to the ring in his silver, and then he's got the beautiful women with him, and they hold up the mirrors and he poses for everybody, so we can all see his back as we see his front in the mirrors. Brilliant. Absolutely hilarious. Gold. Against Mr. Perfect, who comes out to his usual Mr. Perfect entrance. Pissed me off because the women who were holding up the mirrors for Luger actually get in his way of his entrance. And it's like, get off the camera, bitches. Just wait. Wait until the match has started. Wait until he gets in the ring and then walk out. So you're not on camera, you silly bitches. But nevertheless, these things happen. It kind of made Perfect look a bit Bush League, which is unfortunate because this is, I assume, was a big feud at the time, especially because Vince McMahon's always been reported to be high on Luger at these times. Decent enough psychology in this match, actually. They do talk about the psychology in this match, even though it's quite short, about the lower back injury of Mr. Perfect, how Luger's targeting that, and how Mr. Perfect starts targeting Luger's knee throughout the match, which was quite good, for such a short, what is essentially a really short match. Again, my issue with this, fuck finish again. So Luger gets a backslide but uses the ropes, and that's it. And then he knocks Mr. Perfect out after the match. He clocks him, knocks him out with an elbow, because Luger's big thing is he's knocked out everyone, basically. But yeah, it was fine. It advanced the story. I suppose it continued the feud. What more can you say about it? It was fine. It wasn't brilliant. Again, if I was to give it a star rating, 2.5 stars, maybe 3, but it's a bit too short to give it a 3. But yeah, moving on. Giant Gonzalez versus Taker. Fuck me. Seriously. Giant Gonzalez looks a fucking dick. And he's shit. Oh my god, he's so shit. He comes out in his fucking bodysuit with muscles drawn on it and hair covering up his private bits and fucking under his arms and shit. But then he's got an arse, a bare arse on it. It looks fucking retarded. It's so stupid. Taker comes out in a cart with Vulture. It looks kind of cool. I noted one of JR's comments. This is going to be something, This is going to be something right here. Yes. Something, JR. Something it was. Awful. Awful. Yeah. They basically take turns no-selling and kind of selling. Take a bows to the power of the urn. And, yeah. Not a lot happens. Giant Gonzalez grabs some chloroform, chokes him out. And Randy Savage is like, oh, that could have killed him. That could have killed him. No, it couldn't. Taker wins by DQ. The crowd is livid. I didn't believe that was going to be the finish, but apparently it was. Yeah, Taker wins by DQ. That streak's looking more and more shaky the more and more I see of it. Yeah, I have actually put, oh my god, that's the finish. Fuck off. Yeah, I was livid. I was like, I cannot actually believe this is the fucking end. Yeah, he gets. I don't even know where to go from there. Basically, Taker comes back out after being chloroformed, runs him off, and that's it. It's over. And it's like, what? Yeah, -5 stars. Minus all of the stars. There's not even a match. It's awful. Awful. And now we're heading towards our main event. We get a promo of Yokozuna killing Jim Duggan, which is a good thing. And then we got Hulk Hogan cutting a promo saying how good Bret-Hart is. That's a bad thing. So, yeah, Yokozuna comes out. Bret-Hart comes out. Hart's kind of over, but he's not like Hogan or even Taker. The fans, obviously, they know he's the babyface and they cheer for him, but it's like, I expected them all to be on the feet and it to, like, you know, to deafening noise. Kind of like it was for Hogan, and it's not. It's like, yay, Bret's here. So, instantly I thought, he's not going over. Already, I know the results, by the way. So, but yeah. This match, not a lot happens. Yeah, Bret Hart basically can't do any suplexes or anything to Yokozuna. So his offense is punches, kicks, flying punches, flying kicks, and the sharpshooter. That's it. Clotheslines. Yeah, there's... Yokozuna wins, basically. Bret Hart gets him in the sharpshooter. He clocks him on an exposed turnbuckle. Bret Hart gets him in the sharpshooter. Fuji throws the cocaine in his face. Sorry, I mean white powder. In his face. And Yokozuna pins him off that. There's nothing else. He doesn't do another move. He just pins him off the powder. And he gets up. Hogan's in. He's giving Yoko shit. Fuji's like, yeah, he'll beat you, Hulk Hogan. Title on the line. Let's do it right now. Literally, Yokozuna grabs hold of Hulk Hogan. It looks like he's going to get the powder. The powder hits Yoko in the face. Clothesline, big leg, 3 count. Crowd go mental. What? This powder must, like, paralyse you. Because as soon as it hits you, you're done. It's like super powder. But, yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Crowd goes home happy, maybe. I suppose that's the only thing I can say. My overall thoughts on the pay-per-view. It's crap. It's absolute garbage, as Coxie would say. It's... I can't even say there's any matches that you should go and watch. Because the matches that I thought were good weren't long enough, or that had more interesting characters weren't long enough. Hogan's match is incredibly long, and it's rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. And there's that many fuck finishes, and finishes that we don't know what's happening. Like the DQ finishes. It's just, yeah, that's the finish. No, it's not a DQ, it's a count out. But it's a DQ, but it's a count out. What? Make up your mind. Book it properly. We don't pay to come to watch WrestleMania just to see fuck finishes. And you know what? Pretty much every match is a fuck finish. Except for the small package victory. Everything else is a fuck finish somewhere, or there's some interference. Don't watch this pay-per-view. Out of 5 stars, I'll give it a 1. A 1 star. And that's because there's a small package in it. A small package pin victory on a WrestleMania. That's your outstanding match. The rest of it, every other match there was fuckery of some kind. Don't watch it. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on WrestleMania 9. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Billy the Boy Bunkle, and that's my opinions on WrestleMania 9.
I said, are you ready for the Survivor Series?
Who will survive?
It's 93 and time for Wrestlemania. Pump it up, pump it up. It's 93 and time for Wrestlemania. Just like that, just like that.
Take a look what you've got now. That hacksaw Jim Duggan. And when you get in the ring, I'll show you how to get beat up.
The way Tatanka sees it, to climb to the top in the World Wrestling Federation, Tatanka would be successful. Hey, ever since I was a little bitty boy, I wanted to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to be a law enforcement officer. Treat other people like you'd want to be treated. Try to walk the straight and narrow, because that's the only way you're going to survive in this life.
Who will survive?
WrestleMania. Yeah, this is our life. Pump it up, pump it up. WrestleMania. Fighting to survive. Just like that, just like that.
Listen up. We're coming after you, and you're gonna get nasty stuff right down your throats all through 93.
Well, let me tell you something, boys. I am the World Wrestling Federation champion. The excellence of execution is on top. There's a new gun in town.
I made a vow to become a law enforcement officer. See these handcuffs right here? They're an instrument of justice. The big boss man is law, order, and justice of the World Wrestling Federation.
Who will survive?
WrestleMania. Yeah, this is our life. Pump it up, pump it up. WrestleMania. Fighting to survive. Just like that, just like that.
And here it comes, coming at ya. So pick it up, yo, you better catch ya. The bad boys are back on the block. Tip for the top, we won't be stopped. We're new and improved and got the grand